Yes, Sneha,
Yeah.
over to you.
Yes. Okay, we are live and yeah, India put up a fight that we all can say. I think India put up a fight. They tried their best, but ultimately 413. It's a bit too much for any team. So Tushadi, India,
Hmm.
what we are expecting that at least you come out, you bat, freely, and put up the score around 300, 350. They managed to score 360 plus, so that's a very good point. But
Hmm.
ultimately, there was a golden opportunity to bag a series just before the World Cup against the world champions in home, but we ruined it. So overall, what is your view from the batting effort that India put up?
See, to be very honest, you know what? When you look at 369, it
Mhm.
looks fantastic.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, it does tell you that India put on a lot of runs, and there was a real fight back. But to be very
Mhm.
honest, it was again all Smriti Mandana, and that worry, that thing continued. Yes, I was actually expecting Richa to close out the game. A very unfortunate run out, but not something that you don't expect. While I don't expect a non-striker run out, when Deepthi and Richa were batting, I was anyway expecting a run out. So, unfortunately, there are, see, the problems that are there, Snehashish. After the end of this three-match series, you will not be able to say confidently that, you know what, we had five problems and we have the solution to at least two of them. We
Mhm.
actually don't. So I think that's the problem. And if you talk about batting, out of the 369, 125 has come from Mandana
Yes.
again, and 52 from Harman,
Um, mhm. 72 from
72
50.
from Deepti,
50.
and then 20s here and there.
Yes.
So it's basically a series where 175 plus 125 is 300 runs out of probably the 600 that India has scored has been from
Mhm.
Mandana's bat.
Yes.
So it's almost equal to saying that nobody else in the batting unit has actually contributed. So I think we have a lot more questions than answers, because if you then talk about the combination, what happens to the combination? Do we still go
Mhm.
with six bowlers and five batters? If that's the case, then where does a Jemmy fit in? Amanjot, it's straight up. Amanjot is not the problem here, because a lot of people are saying that where will Amanjot fit? Amanjot will straight up fit in Arundhati's place. So if
Yes.
Amanjot plays, then Amanjot gets in. Otherwise, Arundhati stays. What about Jemmy? Where does Jemmy fit in? Will you
Mhm.
throw Hurleen out of the team? Not throw. I mean, will you drop Hurleen and bring in Jemmy? Or will you drop Radha or Sneh Rana and bring in Jemmy? So there are a lot of such questions which
Mhm.
have actually only been raised. There are no problems solved, if you ask me.
Yes. So going to two warm ups before the World Cup. So we are still searching for the best combination. That is, you want to say.
Yes, I mean, what is your best combination?
Mhm. Suddenly, that template that you are known for going with, like two genuine pacers, be it one all rounder and three spinners. Suddenly, that template is not there. You are expect if
Yeah.
you can come up with four spinners and two pacers with six bowling option, or maybe three spinners or three pacers.
See, if the pitches are flat, which is what it's
Mhm.
going to be, because all the
Mhm.
pitches will be new, right? The season is starting. So the pitches will be flat. You need more bowlers. You clearly
Yes.
need more bowlers. To be very honest, you need more all rounders. But unfortunately, we do not have that many all rounders. And that's why I was shocked that Pratika did not bowl. If you see something interesting, today the entire time, Perry did not bowl a single over,
Na- Mhm.
even when Australia was struggling to get wickets.
Mhm.
And I think one of the reasons is they are trying out all their resources. Instead
Mhm.
of Perry, Grace Harris bowled.
Yes.
Uh,
And
that is
Grace
what
has
we are not doing.
took that wicket. What a way to took that wicket.
That was a
Arey,
full toss. I mean, come on.
arey. Oh, that she could have hit anywhere. No, the way she was batting and she was hitting the balls, She could have hit anywhere, but unfortunately, she hit that ball straight to the fielder, and somehow that ball even didn't count as a no ball because it was dipping. It was also an unfortunate way to get out after batting so beautifully.
I did not expect it to be a no ball anyway, because
Yeah,
it wasn't
because
a
she
full
was,
toss.
yes,
Smriti had come out, that's why it became a
hmm,
full toss. It
yes,
wasn't a full toss, so there was no way it
hmm,
was going to be a no ball.
because the ball was
But
dipping.
also,
Hmm,
yeah, but I thought India missed trick there. When
hmm.
Harman got out, Richa should have come out. Why did Deepthi
I
come out?
texted you, right? I texted you that the Richa should come up today earlier.
And I didn't reply because I could see Deepthi walking out. And nothing against Deepthi.
Yeah,
Nothing
she
against
played
Deepthi.
brilliantly. I must say, she batted
No,
well.
no. The point is, what has been Australian bowlers' biggest problem in this series? What have we
Hmm.
understood, Snehashi? That left
Uh,
right hand combination is disturbing them.
yes.
So Harmanpreet got out. You brought in
Hmm.
Deepthi. It's
Hmm.
perfect, no? That Grace Harris was bowling. Left
Yes.
armour option.
Right.
So
Hmm.
these are the things where you have to change. Richa had to come out. And had Richa come out, Smriti would have known that Richa will go from ball one. I don't need to
Yes.
unnecessarily jump into it.
Point.
See, again, taking nothing away from Deepthi, but Deepthi will take two, three balls to settle it.
Hmm.
And that is perfectly fine. Had Smriti got out before Harban, send Deepthi in. No problem. Play to that.
Because we
Move.
only had five batters, pure batters.
And you only have two left-handers. It's not like you
Yes.
have five left-handers to play with.
Hmm.
You just have two left-handers to play with. Even if Amanjot and Jemmy come back, you still have
Right
those two
hand.
left-handers.
Hmm. Yes.
So at least try and play around with those left-right hand combinations, especially when you can see the bowling unit is struggling because of that. I'm not taking anything away from Smriti, but the left-right hand combination has been something that the Australians have been having issue with, but we have not been able to utilize it at all.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, about this flat deck that has been played here, Alisali has said that I have never played. This is the most flattest wicket that I have played ever, and I was advised from the dugout that there could be a situation of 400 versus 400 equation in this match. So thankfully, and it was nearly that way because India scored 360 plus. So, but she said that okay, my girl stood up and hang there and managed to get what we needed to win the series. So that is the one. And I think Beth Muni came for the press conference, right, Trishadi, as you said me. So what was the talking point? Did she talk there about the don't make it a pitch like that to like T20s for 100 overs? I think some comments I saw in the social media. I think in the post match she told something like that. Don't this type of pitches make me think like T20 is happening for 100 overs.
um, uh, well, yeah, in the post match, she must have said that. In
Master,
the
yeah, press
Yeah,
conference.
in the press conference, she didn't say something like that. She said that yeah, it's a flat pitch, and we knew that they'll come hard as well. Which is understandable. The pitch.
Yes,
See, in the mid show also, I said that look, the pitch is not going to change. It is how India approaches, and I'm glad that India approached it. But Smriti said something in the press conference, which is what we were discussing. You remember I told you in the mid innings that there is nothing that India should think. You just go and chase because
yes.
when you're chasing 400 something, you're anyway way
You are
behind
already
the
out
game.
of the match. When you are going
Except
out to
you're
bat, you
going
are
ahead
already
of the
out of the
game.
match. Yes.
So just go and play freely. So somebody asked Smriti about her boundary hitting or something. She said, we were chasing 400. What is the other gear to play in? Which is perfectly
Yes.
correct.
Mm.
So I think that's what it is.
Mm. Yes, I think the intent, the approach was on point, especially from the top orders batters. But I think again, when you are playing with five pure batters and you lose one of your batters through that unfortunate run out, like and a batter like Richa Ghosh in a ranches like this, I think obviously you will get into trouble in that. And what about that idea of keeping waiting to bring in Snehana so late?
I don't know. No idea. We'll never have an idea. There is something about Sneha Rana's batting, which probably Amol Mazumdar and Harmanpreet, the think tank basically cannot
Mm.
trust. Is all I can think, because even after the last game in this pitch,
Yes.
if you cannot send her early, then
And
I can still
even
understand
today,
to send
see
her
the
after
partnership.
Radha. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. Why Arundhati ahead of her? Okay, you send Radha, I can understand. Arundhati is also batting ahead of her. Why? I don't know.
no
Why?
idea. That's my point. You know the difference between India and Australia. First of all, the mindset.
Hmm.
There was a medical break, and clearly Healy brought in all the players together, and they had a chat, and suddenly everything changed. So I asked in the press conference to Beth Mooney that what was the chat about. She said nothing. We just wanted to regroup, and we just wanted to tell each other that you know what, you guys are not bowling badly. It's just that it's a flat pitch. They're going to hit, but you have to hit consistent lengths, and our main concentration should be to get the dot balls together.
Hmm.
Harmanpreet lost focus. What a poor way to get out.
Yeah, she was batting well. I think she got some cramps or something, and suddenly that happened. Next
Knee,
ball, something. Knee,
knee.
okay, knee issue. Hmm. The same
Because the
problem.
previous ball she
Yeah.
ran and then she turned very quickly. This is not
Hmm.
something that she has said, but this is what I saw. She
Hmm.
turned quickly for a second, and
And discomfort.
the knee.
Yes,
She's
and
got
and
knee
this is
cap and
something,
which is still
and this is
good.
something that going to happen in World Cup also. I think that is why we both of us are saying that work management, workload management, heart fitness will be very very key. Will be very very key.
Yeah, I mean, India is suffering from so much of fitness issues. Which is, see, if Australia, people will say Australia is suffering from fitness issue. I mean, it's a bit of a shock for their body to come and play in this temperature. And that too 50 over game, that too in this entire year. This is their sixth ODI. They have played
Yes,
three in January, that too in Australia.
yes, home
So
conditions.
understandable if they're getting dehydrated, if they're getting injured, if they're feeling unwell. But
Why not?
what is the reason for India to do that? India has had so many one days in this year that they can't complain that we aren't match fit because we don't have matches enough.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
Harman has been having this knee issue for years now.
This injury thing in women's cricket, especially, I cannot understand. If anyone gets injured, she is not.
They don't
She
have
never
any
becomes
injury.
fully fit
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
It's very very concerning thing. But yeah, as we started the show, that unfortunately, despite the fight, it's done. The series is in the bag for the Aussies, 2-1. So good start to the India tour, I must say, because a long tour according to them. So the long tour starts with a series win, and now two warm up matches for them, and then the ultimate thing, the World Cup. Hopefully, as Tushadi mentioned, there are a lot of questions still, regarding the combination and all. Now all eyes will be on the warm up matches, like what will be the combination there, which players are going to be tried and tested. Because what do you think, Pishadi? You are just two matches away from the World Cup, and do you want the proper perfect 11 that you are planning to field against Sri Lanka in this first match? You want those 11 players for those two warm up matches?
Yes, absolutely. I would
Mhm.
do that. I would do that.
Mhm.
Because look, you have to play from here on. You have to play the way Australia is playing, straight up. You have to think seven league matches plus two warm up
Yeah,
matches plus semi final final. So you have to tell yourself that look, we have got
11
11
match.
games to go, and let's concentrate and play that way.
Mhm. And
I
this
would
is our
want
best 11. Just go with this.
absolutely, absolutely. It can change depending on the condition. I don't mind, but that
Yes.
can be a tweak. It cannot be
Mhm.
three players are changing. It can be one player changing. It cannot be all
Yes.
three changing.
Exactly, exactly. You cannot suddenly come with suddenly three spinners and three spacers out of nowhere,
Yeah.
reducing one pure batter. So that is very, very, different thing. Suddenly, if you do in a World Cup. So that is something. Okay, Tushadi, take few comments before wrapping up the
Yeah.
show. If it is there, I think
Yeah,
some comments are
we
there.
will wrap up the show quickly. Let's have a broader show day after. That is
Yes.
because tomorrow is India Pakistan. Not only India Pakistan. The
Yeah.
bigger story here is I have an early morning flight tomorrow. I'm reaching. Tomorrow I'll
Tomorrow
be
is
reaching early
Mohala,
morning.
right, guys? Tomorrow is Mohala. Tushadi will
No,
listen
no.
the Mohala and come back to the flight.
Tomorrow I'm reaching early morning, so I want to rest up a little because, of course, it has
Yes.
been a long series and tiring for
So day
sure.
after tomorrow, we'll be
Aryan,
back with a longer show for sure.
yeah. Hi, Trishadi, Aryan.
Bye.
Hello. Nivya, India women's team made Australia women sweat in 2 out of 3 matches. Amazing match, but felt the pitch was too flat. Hopefully, World Cup pitches won't be like this. We
फ्लैट
are
तो
also
होगा,
hoping
बस
for.
इतना फ्लैट मत हो, मेरा यही मानना है. फ्लैट
हाँ,
ठीक है,
ये
पर ये
थोड़ा
थोड़ा
ज्यादा
ज्यादा ही फ्लैट हो गया.
है. How can I get this type of dominance like Australia women in every field of my life? I think the belief part is extremely important. When Australians are in the field and when they're completely being played out, even they're completely being dominated. Even then, they don't lose that hope. They don't lose that mindset. The attitude is we can get back at any point of time. I think that's
Exactly.
what all of us should learn. Um, so- okay, I don't know what happened, but yeah, no, nobody wants to power off the phone. Yeah. Sorry
Yes.
about that, guys. Technological issues. Somebody think Aksar injury update. Aksar, how will I get Aksar's
नो,
injury
वो तो कल,
update?
हाँ, कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बोल दिया ना, सब सही है, कोई दिक्कत
हाँ, मतलब हमको क्यों पूछ रहे हो भाई? हम क्या बताएं अक्सर को क्या हुआ? Shintadi, first tell how is your live experience? Um, if I'm being honest, I think I was getting bored. I'm not someone. See, I have been a
नहीं.
bowler all my life.
आई
To
अंडरस्टैंड
see
यू.
this kind of a series has been honestly has been very annoying because you make bowlers seem bad by giving these sort of flat pitches. Yes, for crowd pulling, it's fantastic because there were sixes, crowd was there. But in general, I think as a bowler, I'm mildly offended with this kind of pitches. They won all 11 ODI series against India till now. Uh,
Yes.
Australia,
Yeah.
tell us one country against whom Australia has not dominated.
Yes.
Do you think this Australia team will get stronger if Litchfield, Sutherland, and Molino is part of World Cup team? Yes, I think so. I
Yes.
think so, Nivya. निव्या नाइस क्वेश्चन अच्छा तुम निव्या को नाइस क्वेश्चन बोल रहे हो आर्यन तुम इधर कमेंट करो टुडे वाज बैटिंग मास्टर क्लास बाय मुनी एंड स्मृति um पिच बड़ा ही फ्लैट था थोड़ा सा जब आप बैटिंग मास्टर क्लास बोलते हो ना ऐसा मुझे लगता है एंड टेकिंग नथिंग अवे फ्रॉम द इनिंग्स दैट स्मृति एंड मुनी प्लेड बिकॉज दे वर एक्सीलेंट बट इफ यू टॉकिंग अबाउट बैटिंग मास्टर क्लास इट शुड बी अगेंस्ट अ लिटिल I mean, against a pitch that is doing something.
Hmm.
This pitch is doing nothing. So, if at all, to be very honest, I think Kim Garth's cutters and Sneh Rana's variations, those were the masterclass and not Smriti and Mooney. Though they have scored the fastest centuries and all that, I don't think they were the masterclass. I think Sneh Rana was excellent. He was so good, especially with Mooney going all guns blazing, hitting
Hmm.
360 degrees around the ground. The way she was bowling, the only bowler who was probably thinking ahead of what Mooney was thinking was Sneh Rana. And Kim Gard's cutters, I think, were excellent.
Yes.
This is too much unfair to bowlers. There is no chance to perform. Exactly my point. Nivya. Hopefully, this time we get a new World Cup winner. If not India, then South Africa. Snehashish, what do you think?
ओके, देखते हैं. हम तो चाहेंगे कि इंडिया ही हो वो नया विनर, पर देखते हैं क्या होता है.
As Kim Gad said, we are expecting some bowling friendly pitches in World Cup. I
Sorry,
don't
you are
think they're
not getting it.
expecting, they're hoping.
Sorry.
They're
Yes.
not expecting, they're hoping.
Yeah. They're hoping, and please
Australia
don't hope. You will not get.
Australia women team has won every ODI bilateral series against India
Yeah.
from 1984 to 2025. Doesn't matter they play in India or Australia.
Yes.
Do you guys remember when they last lost any ODI series?
Ah, nah. I
Right
cannot
now,
remember.
right now I almost can't remember where I have kept my mic or something of that sort. I don't think this type of pitches will be there in World Cup. I hope not.
यस, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ही फ्लैट है। फ्लैट ठीक है होगा, पर इतना मत है भाई, इतना मत करो फ्लैट भाई।
I know.
प्लीज प्लीज भाई। ये पूरा बोरिंग, मतलब ये पूरा आईपीएल सीजन जो गया था, वो मेरा त्रिशदीप में हम
Hmm.
लोग बात करते थे क्या मैचेस है भाई।
Hmm.
287 मारता है, फिर 270 कर देता है। क्या बोलना है
Hmm.
उसको, क्या कुछ है ही नहीं। अभी इंडिया का जो T20 साइड है, क्या बैटिंग करता है पूरा साउथ अफ्रीका जाके, हर मैच में 200 250 मारता है। वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, थोड़ा थोड़ा बैलेंस तो रहना चाहिए। पता है कि सिक्सेस
बिल्कुल
चौका देखने आते हैं लोग, पर थोड़ा बैलेंस रखो, थोड़ा गेम में थोड़ा बैलेंस रखो, तो वो इंटेंसिटी, वो मजा आता है। नहीं तो इतना एक तरफा गेम का कोई फायदा नहीं, क्वालिटी क्रिकेट
बिल्कुल
नहीं है बेसिकली।
बिल्कुल guys abhi let's
खत्म
just give me
करते हैं
one
आज के लिए।
हाँ exactly खत्म हुआ
यस, ओके, चलो। So let's wrap up the show for today. As Trishadi and I also promised that day after tomorrow we'll come back with a longer show, detailing, with all the details from the series, what is the
exactly
positive, negatives, what are the question for both the teams. There must be some questions regarding Australia also. Will, but some, not many, some. Yeah,
yeah
but we'll discuss about that also. Till then, thank you, Trishadi, for all the updates and everything. Super coverage from all the matches, and everyone
thank you
for joining in throughout the series. It's been a fantastic, covering another series with you guys. And now some live shows, and then the World Cup start with you guys. So we are really excited to share that journey with you. So thank you so much. Let's meet in the next live show day after tomorrow. Thank you.